Hey guys, and welcome back to the Seven Sense Paranormal Podcast. I'm your host, Laurel Cooper. So today is day 11 of the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm just super stoked that I've even done this for 11 days straight. Good for me, because I don't normally do this. So for day 11, it is the Scentsy Warmer for the gift for the 12 Days of Christmas. When you like, comment, share, and you answer the question below or at the end of the video. Today's video is going to be me clarifying a few things so that you don't think I'm crazy. So first off, in my defense, the guy with the no eyes that I thought yesterday disappeared into thin air and had no eyes, I encountered again this morning. And it's a normal person with eyes, and they're blue. Oops. Okay, so here's what happened. Because I have clarification, at least both of the people that disappeared, one reappeared. Like I found out what happened because and this is also kind of what I want to kind of go in today. So last night, okay, this first started on Monday night, okay, December 20th. And I was out of weed, and I was waiting for him to go get more weed, and then I thought maybe I'd give myself a break. So I didn't smoke weed. What I saw out there legitimately was totally within the realm of reason to think that after seeing what I saw today. So, let's set the scene first before we explain everything and I make a mockery of myself and whatever. Okay, so the scene is set. I'm going to show you outside and I'm going to explain a little bit, put the robe back on. So we're going to take a little trip outside. Okay, without fully exposing my street, I'm going to show you guys what my street looks like. Sorry, my front of my house looks really crappy. But okay, so you can kind of see a little bit, right? And then you can kind of see like that angle down that way, okay? So my area at nighttime, okay, I'm coming out the house and I can see fog going down my roof, thinking that my house is on fire for a second. And I went, oh no. And so when you're looking down my street, like at nighttime, it's really eerie. Let's go back inside because it's kind of cold out here. Okay, so at nighttime, it's kind of a little bit creepy, right? Where angle this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. It's a little bit creepy. And so it kind of reminds me a little bit. Okay, who has seen the Friday the 13th movies with... Hold on. Who's the Friday the 13th guy? Jason. Okay. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Sorry. Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger. Okay, and then a cross between that and the Exorcist scene where the priest is at the street with the street lamp hitting them, and it's all creepy, the rest of the street. That is how my house is at nighttime. That combination, like, literally, Nightmare on Elm Street meets Exorcist, street lamp creepiness, right in front of my house. And so along with that, and fog rolling in, I never actually saw fog like that. Like, just rolling over my house and then like rolling into the street. Like, not rolling, but like gliding into the street. And I'm just like, first off, is my house on fire? Second off, the house is not on fire. What is this? Oh, that's fog. Ooh, that's creepy. And then like the whole vibe changed. It was hard to see down the street at one point, and I'm like, it's getting thick. I can't see this stuff. I can't see who's coming, can't see who's going. So I was already kind of creeped out. So that's my defense, first off, for why I thought dude had no eyes, instead of just going, maybe there's a rational explanation. I'm like, no, straight up, he has no eyes. This is a thing. Alert somebody. So, anyways, so then I see the guy. I freak out in my head. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this. Dude has no eyes. I'm out. Then he disappeared. That's way more than Illuminati, alien, Bigfoot. That's like you're in a different dimension, or you can teleport like they do on Star Trek, in which case you know way more than I do. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to. So, came in here. Told you all about that yesterday. This morning, I went outside and I saw this guy with his glasses. His glasses are like thick around this area. And then there's like a thin thing right here, like a little thin band. But then it's thick right around here, right around where I said he had no eyes. It's this right here, and then there's like this little silver band right here. And then there's like the sunglasses part to it, you know what I mean? And then there's like this little thin band right here. But when you have a hoodie on, all you see are these blacked out eyes, and the dude had no eyes. And so I'm like, and you can tell in the daytime that the glass isn't dark. Like it's like, I think it might be like a transition or something like that. Because it wasn't that dark at first. Like it didn't actually get darker. But I wasn't also looking at his glasses afterwards. I was more embarrassed that I even told him what I did. Anyways, so I go outside and I see the dude with no eyes. And so I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Like I could recognize the jacket. I could recognize him. Like the height, everything. Like just the coloring of his skin, his facial features. The only thing that was off was his fucking eyes. And so he had no eyes. And so this morning when I saw him, I was like, oh, you look normal. Oh, you have eyes. They're blue. Oh, glasses. And then I was just like, hi. Because, I mean, I'm like looking at him. So, of course, he's like, and I'm like, hi. Sorry, I need to let you know something. What's up? First off, don't know if those are prescription or not, but your glasses at nighttime make you look like you don't have any eyes, and it kind of freaked me out. So I made a YouTube video about you saying that you had no eyes. I didn't say your name. I didn't say where you were from or like your location or where you lived because I didn't know that. I just thought you disappeared out of nowhere and that you weren't a real person. And he went, okay. So do you still feel that way? No. I now know you're a normal human being and that your glasses made it look like you had no eyes and you didn't disappear. You probably just hopped the fence and went into the house because you live next door to me or you're next door to me. Okay. You all right? Yeah. Sorry. So there's a video of me on YouTube? Yeah. I didn't say your name. So he's normal. It's all good. I met him this morning. He's a nice person and he's completely normal. So he's got eyes. So that weird unknown moment has been solved. Okay, weird unknown moment 2. The guys that were walking down this way and then disappeared. I found out more details. I guess my neighbor was kind of messing with me and he was like, "Oh yeah, that guy disappeared. Oh yeah." And I just went with it and fell for it. Like when people say like they don't spell gullible or gullible doesn't have 3 L's in it, and you're like, yeah, no, it doesn't, or whatever the hell it is. Like, gullible's not in the dictionary. I always fell for that. I'd be like, well, that's really ironic because it should be in the dictionary. That way you can use this as a thing. And then I would look and go, oh, I'm stupid. So I always fell for stuff. I'm kind of a little naive when it comes to stuff like that. Like, especially practical jokes or people like acting like, oh yeah, it's totally real. And I'm like, okay. And so this morning after I talked to him and my neighbor was outside and I was all like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I made a YouTube video about dude not having any eyes. And I said, but at least that other one was really weird where that guy like appeared out of nowhere. And he went, oh, you believed me. Oh, God. I won't do that again. I'm sorry. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He's like, no, 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 no. There was a car. Like, you can tell. I watched the whole thing. I just went inside for a second. He's like, you came out after I was already out here. I already know what was going on. I watched the neighborhood. And I'm like, well, what really happened? Guys are walking down this way because earlier they had walked down this way to start warming up their car. And their house was three or two houses down this way. And their car was over here. Okay, so they live here, the car is here. So they were walking down to warm it up. They walked back to go in the house, let it warm up. And when I saw them, they were walking back to the car to go get in the car. I'm like, why didn't I hear it? It's a Prius. They're going slow. You can't hear a Prius if it goes slow enough. And you didn't hear it. And I went, oh. And he's like, and he went this way. And then you could hear, I heard the car, the engine start kicking in. And he's like, I watched him go this way. He literally went around the block. The block isn't that big, but it's big enough for walking. But for cars, it's not that big. He's like, I watched you come inside, look around. And he's like, you were looking a little bit longer than maybe a couple of seconds because you looked very confused. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to play. I'm going to have some fun with her because she's freaking out when something's happened. And so then you saw that guy appear. What you didn't see, because you probably weren't paying attention, was that he drove up this way. The guy got out, and I said, I heard yelling. I heard a lot of weird yelling, and I heard a car, and I heard a car door slam. And he went, yeah, that's what that was. The guy was getting out, going, I'd rather not die today, because the guy was starting to spin out on the last turn. And so he's like, nah, F this, I'd rather not die today. I was willing to walk home, which is what he was doing. And I went, well, but he disappeared. And he was like, no, he didn't disappear. By the time you looked back, he was walking pretty fast and was already home. I was like, oh. And he's like, and you even were looking at me like, what's happening? Which was enough distraction to not realize that he walked home. So you are very gullible. I will not tease you again like that. If you ever freak out in the future, like, oh my gosh, did someone just disappear and reappear? I'm going to say no, there's a logical explanation for this. Don't panic. And so then I was sitting here like, wow, I wonder why I instantly went to guy has no eyes and disappeared. Other guy gets transported from here to here. And I'm okay with saying that. But I'm not okay with finding out logical thought. Like, okay, maybe it's sunglasses. I mean, I know yesterday I said maybe it's sunglasses, maybe it's an angle, maybe it's a shadow, maybe he did get picked up from a car, which actually ended up being true. The guy picked up from a car, the other one was a neighbor. But, like, at the moment, like, my head always goes to, oh my gosh, this isn't normal. It's Illuminati. Oh man, it's the Rothschilds, it's aliens, it's Mother Bigfoot, something's happening, right? Instead of, oh, maybe it's this. Because I think instead of saying we're all programmed just to think that, sometimes it's just fun to think that. Like, it's boring to think there's a guy walking down the street going to his house that's got some creepy ass looking glasses on, but it's a normal dude. What is fun to say is, I saw some dude walk down my street with no eyes that disappeared. Because it just seems more different, like the unknown, something mystery. It's way more fun sometimes than reality, especially when reality can really be... You know what I mean? Especially now. So then it got me thinking, like, okay, if I'm one of those who can misinterpret something and go, oh, you have no eyes, and then make a whole YouTube video about it, and even a follow-up video about it. Then there's other people out there that are like me. So this is what I'm going to do now as far as this video is going, because I know yesterday was like 40 minutes long. We're going to make this one a little bit smaller today. But I have a list of things that I'm seeing that there are misinformation about, or that there is a lot of hype about. It's like a trending thing or something. Like the Mandela effect with that Pikachu tail. I remember, back in Halloween time when, we had this cereal. I was buying all these cereals from my other channel, and which I never even uploaded. Sorry, Laurel Cooper channel. I think I just kind of threw you away for a little bit. But, I bought these cereals for my other channel because I was going to try out, like, holiday-themed cereals. And we got this Pikachu one. And I didn't even, like, notice that he had no tail at first. I was just so excited because I was like, oh, there's a Pokemon freaking cereal. I'm about to eat it. Because I love Pikachu, Jigglypuff. I love Pokemon. And so when I saw it, I was like, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. And I have friends. That's not right. People have told me that's not right. One person said that they did a revision of it where they changed the tail. And I said, okay, well, where's the old versions of it? You know what I mean? Like, go back to the black tail. I liked the black tail. But, like, it got me thinking, like, I wonder what else is out there that are these theories or these things that are we're either not able to believe, or we believe so much that we're willing to die for it. What is out there that we as humans are so willing to fight to protect, or so willing to fight to defend, besides ourselves and our family? Like, our beliefs is one of those things. So I was looking into a lot of stuff, and with last year being what it was, with the Schmeiris, and with the former people of administration and the current administration, and that being a rift and everything, like, my biggest question of all, I guess, would be, what happened? Like, what happened? What really happened that split us up so quickly? Or not quickly, but so dramatically that, I mean, it's even cut down into families. Like, half my family believes one way, the other half believes another way. I mean, even people have died in my family that believed one way instead of believing another way. So, I don't know what exactly, what's the blame? What's the source? I mean, yeah, conspiracy theories, or I don't know if I'm going to say that on YouTube or not. Sorry, I'm on my YouTube. But like, Sneeries, whatever. When it comes to like the vaccines, 5G, chemtrails, the big lie, that could be on both sides. You know what I mean? Did Donald Trump lie or did Biden lie? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, none of us are in the White House to find out what's really going on. So, like, what was the big lie? What is the big lie? What's all of that? Like, aliens, as far as lights in the sky, as far as that video that was uploaded last year that were just like, yeah, this is happening now, it's totally fine. Okay. Okay. Illuminati type shit. Like, why is this a thing? Bigfoot Mandela, the Project Blue Book thing, I wanted to find out more about that. The HAART program, where like the weather stuff, where like, I was watching some video about how like the government can control our weather or something like that. And first off, if you control our weather, can you make it not snow tomorrow? Awesome. So, don't know who to ask for that favor, but can we not let it snow the rest of the week at least? Because got things to do. So, whoever knows a higher up, tell them that the HAART program needs to no more snow for Washington State. But, I mean, you're also hearing President Biden talk about FEMA, and FEMA coming to help, FEMA coming to do this. But then I also watched, like in 2015, 2014, 2016, a lot of videos about FEMA being bad. Like, So there's going to be a lot of confusion, especially since it doesn't seem like we're all on the same page. And we live all on the same planet. We are all the exact same species. We're human. We're the human race, right? Like, we're not dogs, we're not cats, we're not eagles, we're not giraffes, we're not sharks. The species is human. So we should probably stick together considering all these other animals, like, probably got it way better than we do. As far as, maybe a little bit more involved or something. All I'm saying is, for all of this stuff, like, when I heard President Biden say FEMA, I instantly went to, I know he's not saying this, but I got sucked into the Walmart FEMA camp fiasco of 2015 or 16 or 14 or whatever it was. I got sucked into the flat earth thing at one point, and, like, people are telling me that vampires are real, Bigfoot's real, or not Bigfoot, werewolves are real. The Illuminati is part half hybrid alien. I'm like, where are your facts? Like, I mean, when they registered to vote, did they just go hybrid alien? I'm a tall, gray, and human. Like, what's the fact? So, also, like, the cryptids thing. Like, Slender Man and whatever else is out there. Like, I've seen videos of, like, huge spiders coming down off of a roof or something, and aliens spotted in India, aliens spotted in London, or whatever the hell it was. And it's like, okay, well, you can just, Photoshop whatever you want. I mean, this obviously isn't my freaking house. It's a picture somebody made, and I just put it on my TV. It's kind of pretty, though, huh? But, it's not like Slender Man. It was a video game, I thought, right? And now it's possibly a cryptid. And, I want to talk about religion and why people are so apt to fight for a religion that, unless you are the person who made the universe, or maybe one of the others who might know from what other realms there are in the universe, we don't know what's what. I mean, we don't know if Christianity is real, if Buddhism is real, if Judaism is real, if Catholicism is real, if Hinduism is real, if, being atheist is real, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You put in, paganism and, Greek mythology and whatever else. Okay. We don't know who's right. Because you're not God, I'm not God, and I'm sorry, little pun here, but thank God for that, because I can barely manage a YouTube channel. I got my own, you know what I mean? Like, I can't even handle the world. And if anybody's like me, neither could you. You know what I mean? Like, no worries. Don't want the responsibility, let somebody else handle that. But we don't know what's what. We don't know who wrote the books. We don't know anything. We're just trusting and having faith that these people are correct instead of actually knowing knowledge. And there's like some knowledge, like there's dinosaurs, When I was growing up, like, I thought dinosaurs and humans were at the same time. No, that's not true. So I kind of want to use this to, like, dive into some stuff that is considered to be weird, not normal. Theorist? Okay. I don't know if I want to say it or not, but you know what I'm saying. There's a whole movie about it. I want to know what's going on with, like, us today as a race of humans, or species of humans. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is making us feel this way on the inside? Where, because I don't want to wear a schmask around my face or get a schmott in my arm because I have that right, the moral standpoint is different than the ethical or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, what is happening? So, kind of wanted to dive into a little bit of that later on. Also, some like way out stuff I wanted to kind of cover over too, like, you know, my weird theory. And this is mine. I didn't hear it from anybody. I just thought this up one day and went, I wonder what would happen if that was the case. So, I'm also going to state right now, before I say this, I am not at all, okay, how about this? I don't know science. I don't know history that well. I'm really good at math, but like, not that great at English. And I speak it. So, I mean, school-wise, I don't do that well. So, you know, letting you know that. Not sitting here at a 4.0 from Harvard or Princeton or Yale or Oxford. You know, I was working at a state college that I decided to say I don't want to do it no more because that was hard. So, this is my theory. Okay. What if we are God? I've already stated this theory in another video before, but just this one kind of just always kind of still wrecks my brain a little bit. So if anybody knows more information in more of like a scientific, a biological, a chemistry based, or whatever the other terms are, that isn't basically just high school classes, like the smart science. Like, I need like a Sheldon Cooper or a Leonard Hofstadter from like the Big Bang Theory to come talk to me about this. Okay. So CERN, Switzerland. You know, the CERN collider thing. You know, that big thing, right? So they're trying to find like antimatter or dark matter or no matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways, the point is that one of the theories is that if they did something that it could actually recreate the Big Bang and make another universe. Okay. That's what I heard. That there is possibly technology that could make that happen again. Or the God particle, the Big Bang particle, whatever the particle it is for the anti-no matter, don't give a crap matter. Point is, that's what I heard. So I ran with it. And I went, oh, I wonder if that's what happened to us. And my husband went, what do you mean? And I went, I wonder if that's what happened to us. I wonder if we're just in a petri dish somewhere and someone else is CERN. And they turn the button on and that's why we exist. And now we're about to do it to somebody else. Right? And he was like, and I'm like, I wonder if that's how it all started. That somebody else found the God particle, used it, and made us. And we have the possible ability to do it to some other grouping of a universe where they might believe that God made them or that a big crash happened when in reality we flipped the switch. So if any of that actually doesn't make sense science-wise, let me know in the comments. If we actually don't have that capability, I misread it or misheard it. You know, like one of my favorite people to watch is Carl Pilkington because I can relate to Carl Pilkington as far as getting a lot of things not correct. Like remember I told you guys my one teacher told me some joke about KFC's chicken. Like the chickens having no heads, no feet, no beaks, and just like going on like a line. It was a joke she made or a comment she made. I ran with that for like 20 years. I'm like, man, KFC messed up. KFC's messed up. KFC is messed up. So I get information wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm not perfect at all. So if any of that, like if we don't have that in CERN, or if there is no God particle, or if it's not dark matter or antimatter or family matters, whatever it is, let me know. Because I would like to not be this not knowing. I would like to have more information. I would like to know if that is possible, because then that could have been a possibility for how we came here. Because maybe it was an alien race who made, press a button, here we are. I don't know. So then I also wanted to go into the history of cryptocurrency and where it all started and where it's going now. I wanted to talk about alternate universes and find out who stepped on the bug in 2019 to alter this universe, because wherever you did or whatever you did that, can you go unstep on that bug? Because I miss old reality where outside was safe. At least somewhat, where you don't have to, yeah. Anyways, talking about flat earth, global warming, why, because I also feel like, because I've been hearing about global warming since I was little kid, like wee baby. Well, okay, I don't know about remembering about global warming, but I remember in elementary school hearing a lot about it, and talking about, what we can do to help the planet and help the environment, da 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 da. So I was maybe 9 or 10, so it's a good, oh man, it's a good 30 years ago. Wow. So, what happened? Why was nothing being done 30 years ago when we all said, this is not going well, we need to fix this, and so I have a lot of questions, because I think for the first time in a very long time, I am not looking at the world with just my bubble goggles on, where I'm just all happy-go-lucky in my bubble, nothing's weird, nothing's out of the ordinary. Tell me you guys got that. Hold on. What the heck? I am not crazy. I almost dropped that in the TV though. Sorry about that, guys, but literally just heard like a weird tap at my door. My door is right here. I'm in my living room right now. It wasn't, it was partially locked, but now it's really locked. But, I'm more interested in knowing, what's really going on. What's the reality? Are things safe? Are things not safe? What's really in the skies? What's the actual chemical compound of the chemtrails? We all know it's not the spiral from when a plane goes by. I have video footage on my phone still, which I'm also going to be using. This is my video footage now of that when I do the chemtrail video, because I have a video where you can see one long and then another one where it is only this long and follows. The ones that are like this but they follow the plane, that's that whatever that weird, whatever the scientific term is for that air spiraling behind the plane, right? That draft thing, whatever. That's what when it goes like this and it follows it, that's what that is. When that thing is literally the whole sky, that's not what that is. Right? I mean, so I have a video of two planes. One is a little further ahead and is this huge long line of smoke, whatever is in there. And then there's another one, this is a little bit higher up, but literally it's like this. It looks like this, right? And it's like this far. Okay. So, yep. Here's the sky. I am the sky. So this plane's here, this plane's here. The thing's like this, the other one's this long. And I'm like, well, that's evidence right there. They would both be doing the exact same thing if it was that spiral air thing. Not one of them being down to Spokane Valley and the other one not. I mean, this thing looked like it was going towards the valley. Not so far away. So, just, there's a lot of questions I have. If it's not bad, why don't tell us what it's in there? If Obviously, I took the vaccine, and nothing's happened to me. There's no side effect. I mean, there's been side effects for like the sleep apnea machine. I have weird lung things now. And, I had this other thing for my acid reflux, and then that got recalled. So, I mean, yeah, I'm prone, I guess, to getting things recalled. So, yeah, I mean, even I was using baby powder at one point. That got recalled. I'm like, oh my goodness, just don't use anything. But yeah, things are going to have faults. Things are going to have problems. It's just is he responsible enough to take care of it, find out who needs medical assistance, and go from there. But like nothing's happened to me with the virus, or that almost said it with the schmaxine, whatever. I did say the other one though, so hopefully that's not a problem. But nothing's happened. Like I got the flu shot and got sick, but didn't get sick off that. So it's like I don't know, like to me it's safe. If it seems safe, like I've gotten tested by my doctors. I had a full blood panel done afterwards. I mean, not right afterwards. I think it was like, wait, 5, 6 months, 6 months after I left quarantine, after I got the second dose, then I got a full blood panel done, completely healthy. Like everything. I actually passed that better than I passed any other school test in my life. But you know what I mean? Like, so I don't see a problem. Where other people believe that it can cause, miscarriages, and there's a chip in there, and that there's different types of lead, and we don't know if it's safe or not, and it's like, it's not FDA approved, even though I think one of them is now. It's like, why are we believing all this? Like, why do I believe it's safe? Why do you believe it's not safe? Let's have some conversations instead of fighting at each other and like, let's talk about it. I would like to know why you feel that way. One person was telling me about the vaccine, and we had a conversation for like a good 15 minutes on Snapchat where I wasn't belating or belittling or whatever, and they actually had some really good arguments. Or at some point I was like, oh, that seems pretty legit. And then I was like, wait, hold on. Give me some time to kind of sit on this to see if I can find actual evidence. Because if that's what you're saying, then I'll go ahead and announce this to people that I know because it seems legit. And I didn't find anything to back it up. And I even talked to them afterwards and said, hey, here's what I found to counteract that. I'm sorry. Like, I wanted to believe you. I wanted to help there. I wanted to be there for you. But this argument's not working. Other people, I just let them say what they want to say. It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I can't believe you. Like, just, man, I don't care. I would like to know your opinion to know if maybe I can either help get to the same opinions together, or like you can help me figure out the opinions. Like, let's have a communication. So I know that last year and all of that is really touchy right now and not something people really want to talk about or be open-minded to actually have a dialogue and be willing to be open-minded enough to hear the other side, even if it seems crazy. So instead, I got a whole list of other things we can do to try to get some answers to this crazy, crazy world. So I guess the first thing I kind of want to know is, this will be the question for the day is, well, not the question for the day, but this is my question for you guys. When you hear stuff like FEMA, HARP, chemtrails, what is your first initial reaction? Hogwash, bull honky, nothing? Or do you believe something else is going on? And if you do, please let me know. Like I said, you can always contact me at the 7 Cents Paranormal Podcast at gmail.com. You can go to the 7 Cents Podcast.com and become a guest on the podcast. I would love to have a guest on the podcast. And then also go to their rules and become a member for the 12 Days of Christmas, 4 prizes to be able to go ghost hunting with me. I know we're not ghost hunting because I'm stuck in a house, but I am getting picked up tomorrow by the Reliving House, aka Pop is coming to get me, so I can spend time with my family on Christmas, and so I can actually ghost hunt or paranormally investigate tomorrow night in their house, and then upload that probably after Christmas so you guys can see what I was doing. And then we're gonna go through some of this because I want actual answers. Like, is the Earth really flat? Where is Antarctica really? When astronauts go up to space, do they actually see stuff? Because I mean, there's been some astronauts who have said, like, we're not alone. So I got questions. Hopefully, you guys can help me get those answers, or we can find the answers together. But I say that from day 12 on, or well, day 12, we're not going to be doing. We're just going to have some fun. I'll be in PJs and we'll just do some goofy stuff. But after that, I say let's deep dive into the unknown world that is this new crazy universe we got going on and see what's really happening. Like, is the Mandela effect really a thing? Or maybe because of the chemtrails, we are all like getting somewhat of an amnesia type thing, or we're forgetting some memories, or maybe false memories are being put into our brain. See, this is the kind of stuff that can go through my brain if you just give me about 15 minutes in a theory. Wow. They're implanting memories in our brain. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about this. So message me down below, hit the comments, like, subscribe, share with a friend. I love you guys. Have a great night. And if no one said it to you yet, I'll hopefully, or no, I keep saying hopefully. That's not a nice thing to say. If no one said it to you yet, let me be the first to be able to say it. I love you. Have a great night. Stay safe. Bye.